This is the Marantz MPM 1000 microphone, and I've got to say it's probably the best £18 I've ever spent. Now, granted this microphone was second-hand at CEX, but even new, you're going to spend under £40 and you get this microphone plus a stand, a shock mount, a windscreen and XLR cable, so you've got everything you need. So this makes it an absolute bargain. I hope you don't mind, but I'm just going to look to the side every now and again as I've written a little bit of a script. You see, this is the review that I would like to have seen on YouTube but could never really find, because I wanted to know if the equipment that I already own is sufficient for the job I need, or if I need a separate microphone like this one for doing voiceovers. So what I'm going to do is go through all the different microphones that I own, including this little lavalier microphone, a mini shotgun microphone, and of course the microphone on my phone that I'm recording with, just to give you an idea of what sort of equipment might be suitable for you. When I was looking for voiceover microphones, I found that most of them were comparing under a certain price bracket, and they were always quite similar. However, there was this one that had a quote which sounds great on paper. It says, "The best microphone you'll ever use is the one you already own." And I just don't agree with that. It's like saying the best shoes you'll ever have are the ones that you're currently wearing, but what if they're all worn out and they don't fit properly? Then of course they're not the right ones for you. And that's probably time to look at a different pair of shoes, or in this case, a microphone. Ideally, I'd like to keep this video short, so what I'm going to do is switch between all the different microphones as I carry on talking to you. I feel this probably is going to be a little easier to detect the differences rather than just recording a long section followed up by another bit with a different microphone. So far you've been listening to this Marantz microphone here, however I want to draw your attention now to this RODE Lavalier Go. It's a lapel microphone that neatly attaches to your clothing. This microphone works in what's called an omnidirectional range. So if you imagine a big circle starting from the tip of the microphone here, that's basically what's going to be picked up. Now this is incredibly useful for someone who's first starting out and they might not get the microphone in the exact position, or if you've got talent who's just put it on their collar and it's not really pointing directly to their mouth. It doesn't actually matter that much. You're still going to get a pretty good audio recording. In fact, this microphone is excellent in my opinion. I've tried it out quite a few times and I think the audio recording is nice and clear. However, it's not quite the same sort of depth as the Marantz. I feel like that really picks up the mid-tones and the bassiness, especially in my voice. But do you know what? It's a trade-off, because when you look at the size of the diaphragm from the little lapel microphone, it's a couple of millimeters compared to this, which is something like 17 or 19 millimeters. And it's always the way with, well, any sort of filming equipment. There's always going to be a trade-off. Some are better at certain situations than others. Now, the other thing as well with a lapel microphone is it does record normally in quite a small range. So you'll probably find that if you're, say, walking through a crowd of people, it's going to eliminate some of the other noise from the outside. So this is a very versatile microphone. And again, I've seen quite a few people use these on YouTube for voiceovers. So, in my opinion, an excellent purchase. We're now moving on to the Boya BY-MM1. This is a mini shotgun microphone that you may have seen around because they're incredibly popular. They're a mini shotgun that you can just attach straight to the top of your camera, or in some cases your mobile phone with a 3.5mm jack. And considering these are only £30 or so, it makes for incredibly good value for money. If you're comparing against this and a camera and its built-in microphone, I can tell you now, you will notice a difference. But probably the main reason why someone uses a mini shotgun is because it offers directional sound. So if you imagine it like a laser beam that's pointing at someone's mouth, it's going to pick up someone's voice probably from a good meter away, and it's going to eliminate some of the noise from the side. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just talking to the microphone now, and you may be able to hear my voice start to trail off when I go to the side of the microphone. Now, it's probably not that dramatic because I'm only about half a metre moving to the side. However, if I was a metre or two in the other direction, I'd imagine you probably wouldn't be able to hear my voice very well. So they are versatile in that respect, and the fact that I can plug it in, have it at a desk, and I'd be surprised if you'd be able to tell much difference between this and the little lavalier microphone. So in terms of versatility, I'd probably go for something like the Boya. Now, years ago when I bought this, I would say it was almost in direct comparison with the Rode video microphone, or video micro, sorry, which is a similar shotgun microphone, and I believe that's around about 50 or 55 pounds. The reason why I went for the Boya is because I could tell almost no difference between the two, and this is, like I say, £30. However, looking at reviews now, it seems that people prefer the Rode microphone. My guess is it's probably got something to do with the warranty. The Rode microphone, well, like all Rode products, they're really, really well built and have an excellent warranty. So perhaps this hasn't quite got the same longevity. I mean, it's working fine for me now, but I don't know, I might just be lucky there. Up until this point, I've recorded everything on this Zoom H4n audio recorder. It's a really useful device that I've owned for quite some time, and it lets you record things like the 3.5mm jack, which I use for the Boya and lavalier microphone here, plus an XLR with phantom power. That's so I can use its Marantz here. And I think this is probably a good point to mention that a microphone like this does require extra power that's supplied either by an audio recorder like this, or a separate device that plugs into your computer. So this is something you may need to put into your cost in. However, the reason why I haven't included this Zoom is because there are quite a few options out there. In fact, you can get something called the NPM 1000U, which is the same microphone as this. However, it's the USB version. Pretty much the same costing, and quite honestly, you'd be quite hard pushed to tell the difference in the audio. I think it sounds very, very similar. I think this just has a slight edge on it, but in the end, like most things in life, your choice really comes down to budget. And if you didn't want to buy all this external equipment, again, the Boya or the Rode video microphone, or video micro, the mini shotgun microphone, I think that's probably the most versatile of the options. Lastly, this is the audio from my mobile phone. And I think it's a good point to mention that when it comes to a video that people will watch, about 70% of a video is sound. I know this might sound absurd, but think about it. If you watch a crackly, bad quality video, but the sound is crystal clear, well, there's a good chance you'll watch that video to the end. However, if you've got crystal clear HD video and the sound is all crackling and it's a bit obnoxious, well, you're probably not going to watch to the end of that video. And I think this is probably also another good point to say that when it comes to choosing another microphone, you don't have to spend a lot of money to make a big difference in the quality of your sound. So if you're on a budget and your choices are between the camera and audio equipment, then straight away I would always say the audio is the priority, because in the end I'm recording this on my mobile phone and the audio is coming from an £18 microphone. You don't need to spend a lot of money to make a huge difference, and I'm sure you could probably tell between the last clip that I did on my mobile phone and the audio now. I just wanted to end this video by trying a little experiment. I was thinking, what would happen if I were to offer my services as a voiceover artist on the website Fiverr? For those unfamiliar, it's a site that allows you to request pretty much any work from someone for as low as, well, the website suggests, a fiver. And that's what I'm going to do, a voiceover for just £5. I'll say pretty much anything you want, whether it's a script that you're working on, or maybe you just want me to say a couple of words to a friend you know. So if you send me a message on the website, I'll aim to get back to you with a voiceover in just 48 hours. And, well, 4 of these gigs and I can pay for this wonderful little microphone. I hope this video has been useful to you. And if so, just give it a little like, maybe subscribe. There could be some more content to come. But if you get the chance, pop over to Fiverr and just, I don't know, maybe request me to say some random thing for £5. But in the meantime, I hope you had a great day and I'll catch you later.